everyone, welcome back to Keyquest and Octopath Traveler. Today we're continuing on our mission to fulfill the beginning story of Cyrus, Albright, the professor of the Royal Academy, where he has made the first mistake
Can I help you?
of apparently releasing paperwork referencing a sacred book in the secret library. Secret power.
A moment of your time.
Did you have any luck finding the tomb?
My apologies.
I'm afraid not.
Say it is not so.
Well, this is most unfortunate. One might conclude it had been stolen.
Actually,
Professor, taking books out from these archives is strictly forbidden. And as you know, the keys to the vault are entrusted to only a select few. Quite honestly, it would be easier to steal the crown off the king's head.
Aho!
Oh, an impenetrable vault, a disappearing tome. It would be seen that we have quite the mystery on our hands. And the mystery of the world are meant to be solved. Of course, so the scholar in me says, would you not agree? If it had been stolen, say it's a job for the city guard. But I can see you won't let it go until you've cracked the case, as it were. Aha, Detective Cyrus. Ahaha, you could say that. Indeed, I have a habit I just can't seem to break. Once a puzzle is placed before me, I simply cannot rest until I've worked out the solution.
I see.
Well, far be it for me to stand in your way. It must be tough being a genius.
Leave it to me.
Cyrus, your genius is showing. What? No. No, don't look. It's supposed to be secret. Just like the secret library. Ha ha ha, I would not deny it. Worry not. The tome will be back on the shelf before you can bat an eyelash.
Take care.
Right. Right, thanks. Best of luck in your search. You're worried that...
Time to do some research.
And the game is afoot. You're worried that someone's gonna be like, I'm gonna bat an eyelash, and they're like, not gonna understand it's a metaphor for something, and they're gonna like, take out a baseball bat and whack you with it? Can't wait for metaphors to die down just like a lot of other things, huh? Now, where to begin my search? I suppose to inquire with Mercedes as to where the keys of the library are stored. The guard at the front door would know who had been frequenting the library lately, as might my fellow scholars. Then, mayhaps, I should pay the headmaster a visit as well? Character actions, reminded again. Can scrutinize and glean new knowledge sometimes. So it's basically inquire. Scrutinize. Hey, you. Give me your info. Let's see now. Yes, that is exactly what it is. It's basically inquire. Although, as he is, of course, the elite and snobby, it seems like he's kind of yelling at people. Testimony. Of course, I've got the keys to the archives. I know I wasn't sleeping. I was using the rest of my I was resting my eyes, is all. But even if I was sleeping, what would it matter? What kind of fool would be bother stealing a worthless tome anyway? Most intriguing. Yes. The guard station. So, yeah, it's yeah, you know, it's I don't know. Useless information. The guards obviously can't tell things worth value and worth. The power of knowledge. Only Headmaster Yvonne and the guard stationed outside should have the key to the library archives. Library testimonial. Who are you? Scrutinize. Sir, tell me what you have about this. Remaining 2. The key to the archives. Oh, I haven't got that, but I'm not surprised someone stole a tome considering what they're worth. I've gambling debts myself, so I understand the temptation. Most intriguing, yes. Yeah, it's Inquire basically, except instead of like a doctor doing it, basically you have a professor of an academy doing it. And whether or not he's realizing it, he's being quite snobby to the people. It's quite rude. Very indubitably. But, you know, I'm sure he's not trying to be rude or boorish on purpose. It's just kind of like what goes along with his scrutiny. Haha. Let's see now. You know full well I have the key to the special archives, and I would never be so foolish to let it fall into the wrong hands. In any event, I've had no reason to pursue these tomes in quite some time. Why hasn't he had any reason to pursue the tomes, though? I mean...
Splendid!
Splendid! It should be all the information you need to solve the case. Who possesses the key to the headmaster and the guard?
But of course!
Oh, of course it all makes sense now. There's only 2 keys to archives. One belonged to the headmaster and one to the guardsman. Well, the guardsman apparently doesn't know the value of the keys, or as the books, supposedly. And the headmaster has no reason to read them because he simply probably has already read them all. Whose key was used to... Oh, I don't... The guards? I don't remember. Oh, maybe it's the headmaster's key is safely locked away in his office. Furthermore, he hasn't visited the archives today. On the other hand, the guard has been acting suspiciously of late, even sleeping while on active duty. That seems quite common, though. At least it's a common trope.
Oh.
It must also be too easy to lift the key off of this person. So it is possible that the guards are mad? No, probably not.
No.
No, he would have to... He doesn't even know the value of the books. I mean, it'd have to be someone who was in the school themselves, probably. Because he's just like, it's just a book. I can go find a book literally anywhere. Yes, the culprit must be someone who understands the true value of the tome. Which is to say, one of my colleagues. Probably. But why? And most likely one who's accrued a frightful gambling debt.
Which means that...
Put it all together, and our villain is... Russell?
Yes.
The shifty scholar Russell. That's not a lot of... That's not quite enough. Yes, I dare say my logic is foolproof. I wouldn't say it's foolproof. I mean... It's not... I don't know, maybe it's enough to be... It's probably enough to at least, you know, question him and put him into scrutiny, as it were, and to integrate him. But I can't say it's enough to, like, you know, put him behind bars.
Shall we begin?
Now, the remains is to find our man and make him confess his crime. Yeah, it sounds like a kangaroo court, almost. Word has it he's been doing his research on the underground these days. Oh.
Now then.
I think it is time to do some fieldwork of my own. And so I've taken upon myself to investigate the suspicious scholar. Interested in coming along, are you? It seems you have quite a curious streak yourself. But of course, mysteries exist only to be solved. After all, it's of utmost importance to remember that. Ah, but there I go again. Don't let me talk your ear off, but I will be glad of your help. Let's get right to business, and no doubt we'll find Russell in his laboratory down below. Cyrus, join the party. Yay, Cyrus. Oh, Cyrus, this is quite serious, as it were. Aha, ha 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 ha. Pun. Alright, so now we have Cyrus in our party, and we've got a deduction and possibility of who it might have been. I don't think it's, I mean, he's probably going to end up being right. But it's not really enough to really, you know, do more than question the man. I mean, we have no 100% that he did it, and some things are never going to be proven because everything's that will leak him back is going to be destroyed, obviously. But I think in this case, you shouldn't jump the boat. I mean, he already said that he admitted having gambling debts and he would be willing to, or the tomes are valuable, and so he might, you know, he can understand why people would take it, but so he already put himself under suspicion, so that usually technically removes suspicion. I mean, because if you're trying to hide something, you wouldn't admit it. You'd be like, no, I didn't do, why would I do that? And he just had to go someone else. So, but it could be Russell. I mean, that'd be kind of painstakingly obvious, though. I don't know. What do you guys think? But I am going to end the video here. Ask that you guys would please like, share, comment, subscribe. Any of those things would be helpful to me, and I'd much be appreciated. And I'll see you guys next video. Bye bye.